planning was about 9 months out. Marcus and I, of course, we're now married. We got married November 9th. So we want to take y'all through the whole process of planning the wedding, everything leading up into the wedding. So Marcus proposed July 21st of 2018. July 21st of 2018. And we started planning right away. Like, we started to look into things like right away. In the beginning, we immediately saw that we kind of had two different views on what our wedding day would look like. Me, I was leaning more towards, hey, we can elope. We can go to the courthouse. We can have something small, something quaint, like something that's just like the both of us, just how I wanted our engagement to be. I wanted it to be intimate, like not a whole lot of folks there. Whereas Marcus,
yeah, I didn't have an issue with the getting eloped or going to like the courthouse or anything like that, but I got a smaller family, and like as far as like grandchildren and everything like that, it ain't a whole lot of us, so I kind of wanted something, you know, that my grandparents could come to. I got people that live out of town, just to kind of see everybody come up and have a little celebration. So I definitely wanted a ceremony. It didn't have to be grand or, you know, just massive, but I definitely wanted a ceremony to be able to celebrate with all my family and friends.
yeah, so the reason why I initially wanted a courthouse or elope is just because of the cost. I've seen people spend tens and thousands of dollars on weddings, and I'm just like, it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, I admire people. There are two people in particular that I follow on social media that I admire. They had very small weddings. One had a small 5-person wedding, and then she went off to buy like tons and tons of real estate with the money that she would have spent on a wedding. And then there was another person that had a 60-party wedding. I think they did it somewhere in Jamaica or something like that, and then they went on to buy a 10-unit. So it's just like, you know, how can we really start this marriage? How can we really start this union? Does it make sense to spend $10, $20, $30, $40,000 on a wedding when we could really invest that into something that our children's children can benefit from in the future? So that's why I was leaning more towards like, let's just, you know, not spend all of that money. So we ended up compromising and not settling, but compromising for a destination wedding. And in total, the destination wedding was no more than like $13,000 to $15,000 for the wedding, and that included dress, flight, like everything.
Yeah, that was the works.
Yeah, that was the work. Like, that was everything included in that part. So yeah, we decided to start planning with Turks and Caicos. We were able to have children on the resort. We couldn't have got married without James. That allowed for our friends that had children to be able to bring their children. I didn't want anything to really stop this day from happening. So I think that it was a really good decision to go ahead and go with the Turks and Caicos Resort.
Yeah, so just from a planning aspect, you know, got engaged in July, and like Kayla said, we immediately started brainstorming and coming up with what we want to do. Once we kind of came to an agreement that the destination wedding was a go, we picked our location, we agreed on the place, got everything set and in motion on our part, made sure we had all the details ironed out. We looked up average cost of flights, where you needed to fly into, just any bit of information that you would need if you were, you know, giving it out to people to allow them to be able to join you on your big day.
Yeah, I thought we were all set and ready to go. With all the information that we put out, I feel like we put out a great deal of information. If I'm looking into traveling with someone or traveling with a large group, I feel like we put out all the particulars that we would need to plan.
So once we got all that ironed out, it was about 2 months. So we went ahead and put everything out in September. which would have gave, I would say, about 14 months.
14
Or not even I would say, but it was 14 months for people to, get things together. Figured 14 months, you got a month or two to figure out if it's something that's doable for you. Because again, we did understand people got lives, children, and things that they want to do too. So we wanted to give time to decide and, allow people to go over finances or whatever they needed to do. To even say, hey, I can't make this, or hey, I can do this, let's go. So we figured 14 months was more than enough time to kind of go through and figure out what you needed to do.
Yeah, like I said, we started planning immediately. We started planning right away. The only thing that was really holding us up was that flights are only issued out 366 days ahead of time. So we had to wait until January to purchase flights for November 9th of 2019. So January 2019, we went ahead, we got our flights. January, I said that was the absolute last month that I was going to purchase my dress, because I understood that it took several months to get a wedding dress. So we purchased our flights in January, purchased my dress in January. I purchased Marcus' ring in February. We paid off our wedding and the honeymoon in May.
Yeah, everything
we were
done. Was done.
We were done in May of 2019. We were done with everything and all set and ready to go. So when we originally started our Facebook group, because that's how we rolled everything out, we thought that, hey, it's 2019. We're not going to do these paper invitations. They get lost in the mail. Then someone says that they weren't invited. Let's, use a system where we could see and engage with our folks. People can ask questions, and if that is a question, if you ask it to the masses, we can answer it to the masses, because, maybe you're not the only one that had that question. So we rolled out a Facebook group, the Lewis Allen Love Tour, and we invited about 200 people to the group. Originally, we knew 200 people wasn't going to come to our destination wedding, but sometimes you just gotta ask. We really don't know, but we just had to ask everyone. So we asked every aunt, uncle, childhood friend, Facebook friend, kindergarten,
anybody we could think
and
of.
Everybody. We rolled that invitation out there. So 200 people to start off the group. Closer to the date, we got a solid 60 folks that agreed to come into the wedding.
I don't even know if it was that many people, to be honest with you. I mean, it may have been something like that.
Maybe 40?
I think it was even lower than that, to be honest. I think it was like concrete for people who
actually booked.
Yeah, people who booked and locked in. I think it was like maybe 30 people.
Okay, so people that locked in and booked their rooms was 30 people. So yeah, we was all set and ready to go. Like, okay, cool. Everybody else that can't make it, we gonna have tons and tons of stuff in the States, so you can come to that. I had my bridal shower in Milwaukee. Marcus had his bachelor party in Atlanta. Houston. I had my bachelorette party in Atlanta. There were things within the States that folks can make it to if they couldn't make it to the wedding, so we weren't tripping on that or whatever. So we had the solid 30 people, and yeah, we was all set, ready to go. Flights, dress, rings, wedding plan, honeymoon plan. We were ready to go.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was so easy. You know what I mean? Everything, our wedding planner was amazing. Anytime we had a question, email, they responded back almost immediately. Anything we had questions about as far as pricing, or can we do this, or can we do that, they always had an answer for us no matter what.
Yeah, we were trying to plan a full weekend.
It would have been amazing if, everything would have went on like it was supposed to.
Leading up to the wedding, like I said, we had paid for the wedding, got our dress, got everything. We was pumped up and ready to go. So I got a call that I needed to come to my parents' house, sit down, have a conversation. Unfortunately, for past circumstances, my father was not able to get a passport. So that hit me hard. I sat and I cried and I was upset and I was mad. It was just so many emotions, because this is your wedding day. You of course my dad gonna walk me down. Like, he's here, he's living, he's breathing, he's going to walk me down the aisle. Like, there was no question about that. So to find out that he was not able to get a passport, it had me second guessing my decision of even doing a destination wedding. But at the end of the day, I was like, this my day. Like, this is my day, and we just gonna make it work. And my dad can come to my bridal shower, and he can do everything in the States with me, because, like, this my day. It's supposed to be about us. Like, not anybody else. But at the same time, I wanted my dad there. So, like, y'all can imagine the emotion that, like, was over me. And, like, Marcus, like, checking on me, like, you good, babe? You all right? Everything okay? Like, that was the first turn of events that really hit us hard.
Yeah, and then there weren't really many, like, specific incidents that kind of came over the whole wedding planning or anything, but it was just like a vibe that we were getting.
Like, really weird.
The energy that we would get from certain people was just weird. Not necessarily negative, but we felt
wasn't the same.
Yeah, it wasn't the same, and we felt like, and Caleb probably did, but I know me personally, I felt like I was putting such a financial burden on people. Again, the resort that we decided on, was expensive, you know? And the reason we chose this specific resort, like we said before, is because children were allowed. And wasn't any way we were getting married without James being there. So, you know, we did what we did, decided what we decided. But the cost of that went on to other people. And, you know, I get it. It was a lot, and it was a burden that we placed on people. And in turn, we felt it, you know?
Yeah, like, people began to ghost us. Like, the energy just wasn't the same. Like, I even got told verbatim that a destination wedding wasn't realistic anyways. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I've been to destination weddings. Like, I see destination weddings on social media. Like, I know people that have had destination weddings. Like, I don't know, like, how this is not realistic or how this is not ideal. But I wasn't even told that until after we, you know, the turn of events, like, started to happen. So people started to text and say, hey, I can't make it.
Once one person,
it was a domino effect.
Everybody else started dropping out, because what ended up happening, because of the cost of everything, you had people who ended up going in on rooms. So whether it be like villas or just larger rooms that could fit more people, you have people grouping up and coming together.
So if you lose one person.
Right, if you lose one person, it throws off everything, and now, you know, you got a whole room of people that can't make it. So once that started happening, it was pretty much just a wrap, you know what I mean?
It was a wrap from there. And like I said, like, wedding planning is already emotional, right? But when I say the stress that I got from planning this wedding, I was like I was done with it. Like, I didn't want to do it anymore.
Right.
I was like, Marcus, we canceling it. The wedding is off. It's a wrap. We not doing this.
No.
I am done. Like, I am done. And I could have been being dramatic, or people saying like I was old, like, you know, like, I was being dramatic and all of that stuff, but, like, imagine, like, your happiest moments now becoming your most stressful moments, which are now becoming the saddest moments. Like, that is not a good way to feel to go into anything. So, like, we were good in our union. I feel like we were good in our union, but, like, it does have you second guessing things. Like, if it rains on your wedding day, you like, dang, is this a sign? Like, should we not be doing this? Like, is there something I need to know? So, like, to cancel your wedding, it was like, dang. Like, I know our relationship is good. We happy. Like, we excited. Like, why is this happening to us? Like, why is this happening? So, yeah, we decided to go ahead and cancel our wedding.
We called the wedding off, the whole destination wedding. after we sat, talked about it, we processed it, just did searching within us. After we did that, we went ahead and called it off. One of the final things, one of the main things that did it for us, just having a conversation with one of our parents and just hearing what she was going through and what she was doing to make sure she could make it happen, to make sure she could be there, just was like, I don't want to put that burden on my parent.
That was it for me.
No. And that was it, where we both were like, you know what, that's it. So after we called it off, obviously it was sad. We were heartbroken, disappointed, upset. Just mainly because, what we were looking forward to the most, what we talked about the most, what other people were looking forward to, we couldn't do. There was also an extreme sense of relief.
For sure.
As well, as much as I hate to admit it, when we called that wedding off,
we were able to exhale.
It was just like, whoo. And my friends that's watching, if y'all could comment or whatever, it's okay to admit it.
Y'all felt it. Y'all felt it.
And I know y'all felt 15,000 pounds come off y'all chest when we, called it off.
That text.
And I get it, so we went through that. After we sent out the text, and actually before we sent out the text message to everybody, we started planning a second wedding.
Yeah, we jumped on it right away. So, Lord, we are now 60 days, 2 months out from our wedding day.
Yeah.
We don't have a location, a DJ, flowers, a cake, nothing. We ain't had nothing ready for a wedding. So I was like, you know what, forget it. We gonna go to the courthouse. Ooh, back to my original plan. We gonna go to the courthouse and we gonna go to Ruth Chris. And that's gonna be it. And then we gonna go on a honeymoon. Mm-hmm. And that's gonna be it. I saw that was not sitting well in my baby's spirit. Like, it was not sitting well with him at all. And I started to talk to his groom, and I talked to Darren. I had a conversation with Darren, and I'm like, man, I really, really want to do this, like, for Marcus. Like, I could tell that he wants to do this. Like, you don't want to remember, like, no, I mean, okay, so of course this is no shade to the courthouse because I wanted to have my wedding at the courthouse. But, like, when you think back on your day, you want it to be a little bit more memorable than that. And I understood that. So I was having a conversation with Darren. Darren was like, man, really, try to see what you can do. Like, really start looking and see what you can do. Like, there are other alternatives rather than going to the courthouse. I was like, you know what? You're right. So I started to look for locations in Milwaukee, found a dope location, loved it, loved the experience, loved the food, loved everything about it. So with the location, it already came with a caterer. So we got that. Then I looked for a DJ on Instagram. I looked for my photographer on Facebook. Like, I started to lock in folks. And once everything was locked in, and then now my dad could walk me down the aisle. And my dad is a minister, so he gets to also officiate my wedding. So, like, now my dad can come to my wedding, now he can walk me down the aisle, now he can officiate the wedding. Like, it started to all come together, and I started to just, like, get excited about it. So, with that, once everything was all settled and planned and everything, we sent out invitations. We went on some app.
Yeah, I used the app. Hobnob, I think is what it's called. Goofy name, but we were able to, goofy name, but we were able to pretty much create an invitation digitally. You did have to pay a subscription for it, but we were able to send out all our invitations via text message. Yeah. Via text message or through the app. So everybody who said they were coming before, and then even some other family members,
Yeah.
we sent them out.
Yeah, because there were definitely a lot of family members that initially, when we first rolled it out in September, they were like, sorry,
Yeah,
we can't do it. But we understood that they really wanted to, and I appreciated them just getting it out the way. Nope, can't do it. Send y'all love, what have you. So we sent it to some additional people. So we went from like a 30 guest wedding to now a 60 person wedding. And we couldn't have did any of this like without the help of Marcus' auntie. Like when I say she came through, her and Marcus' cousin, they came through. Like they came through the day of, help set up. They came through weeks and a couple weeks like prior and helped me plan. Like we like going back and forth on like the guest list and you know who should sit at what table and like all these small details that I didn't even think about or I didn't even think I needed help with. She was able to come through and help me with that. The day of, like I said, she came through and set up, and then she also acted as our door person and like made sure that everybody knew where they was going and knew they had a seat and everybody knew where they was gonna sit to eat and everything. Like she curated our the toast that we had at the end of the wedding. Like she flipped the room, so we had the ceremony and the reception in the same room. So after the ceremony, everybody left out, went to the second floor and had like hors d'oeuvres and stuff. She flipped the room. So now moving the chairs, adding the tables, putting the centerpiece on the tables, creating the sweetheart table. Like when I say everything like
she put in work.
She put in work. And when you planning a wedding, man, you need to make sure that you got people like that on your team because there is no way that this could have ever happened by ourselves. Like no way this could have ever happened by ourselves.
Absolutely not.
We definitely appreciate that help and the help that we received from everybody that was able to do even a little something when it came to our day. So we were able to have this magical evening. Now we had a saxophonist. So when I originally started playing it, even though I wanted the courthouse wedding, I wanted somebody to play the saxophone.
At the damn courthouse.
Yeah, it's like I wanted somebody to play the saxophone. Like that's the sexiest instrument ever. But it really became a magical night. Everybody came out and they was looking good in these suits and their black gowns. Like we had a good old time and everything turned out. So we went from the stress of planning to canceling our wedding to now having this magical moment to leaving the country, and the Lewis Allen Love Tour continued. Like it continued, and we went to Paris and then we went to Rome. Like it was like a fairy tale. Like it was a fairy tale. You know how you have those like rough moments in the story, and I feel like that even brought us close together. Like that was our first challenge, like as almost a married couple, to see like how we gonna get through this. Are we gonna compromise? Are we gonna let this come between us? Are we gonna let these moments like really tear us down? And we didn't. It brought us close. Like. And like, yeah, that was our first test. That was our first test, and we got over it. So we gonna make it through everything. Like we gonna make it through any and everything. So I'm happy.
I am too. I can't be more pleased with the way things turned out. Like I said, I said it on my Facebook. Like just like days after the wedding, I couldn't believe how nice it was. Like. My friends, my family, they made it so special. It was amazing. I never dreamed that it would be the way it was. Like it was just, I was blown away. If you can't tell, I was blown away with how amazing everything turned out.
We had a good time. We partied like everybody. Body was hurt the next day. Everybody danced. Like everybody had dance fever. Like people that are usually in a shell, like standing off in a corner and quiet, were in the middle of the dance floor owning it. Like what? Going down the Soul Train line. Yeah. Like our DJ, he was the stuff. He said he was trying to kill us out there because he played every song for the 99 and 2000s. He killed it. Like. We went back to high school. We went back to elementary school.
It was going down.
Yes, literally.
It was going down.
It was going down. We had amazing time. My baby James danced the whole entire night.
And that's all he wanted.
That's all he wanted to do.
And he got it.
He got it. He got it. He did. And he was like, oh, I can't wait till y'all do this for y'all 50th anniversary. But y'all not going to be as hyped then. Y'all not going to be jumping up and down then. Like, hey, we might. We just might. So, yeah, we just wanted to bring this video to y'all to start vlogging again, start doing chit chats and story times again, because we want to put out some really good content. We got a lot of stuff coming up in the next couple of months, and we just want to share those things with y'all. This is very unorthodox, but I'm gonna throw it out there. We want y'all to like, comment, follow, subscribe, all of that to help us reach our goal on YouTube. As soon as we reach our goal, we're giving away a getaway. We want to send one of our lucky subscribers to a destination of their choice. We want to make sure that y'all living, y'all traveling, y'all having fun, just like us. Join us. So the Lewis Allen Love Tour is giving away a getaway. So comment, like, follow, share this video, subscribe to our channel, tell your friends, aunties, them to follow and subscribe and all of that good stuff, because we want to keep pushing out content like this, and we want to help anybody that's like going through wedding planning or fresh in their marriage, newlyweds. Like, we want to have chit chats. We want to show y'all like our day-to-day lives, and yeah, we just want to get more active on this here YouTube. So with that being said, like, follow, subscribe, comment, share this video, and we'll see y'all in our next one.